providing them vision, being a solution to the Slark, but he's been in this position before and delivered.
I mean, the last time Liquid had this Night Stalker, right?
To get a good amount of farm himself, but probably won't be able to limit Fata too much.
So Xiao8 on the bottom has done a really good job of placing really smart wards. The Observer ward blocks the large camp, even though Batrider can use it to pull. He's not particularly strong. Oh,
Xiao8's going to take a lot of damage here, but he's also dishing out as well. They need a few more right clicks to be able to finish him off, and they're going to have to follow him through the flames. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they will be able to pick up that first blood by taking on the Slardar. Looks like they managed to get the full combination between the Slark as well as the Rip from behind. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting play. Maybe it's because of the fact we have some extra neutrals here. JerAx is now going to try and help out a team. The telekinesis leading the way. Kuroky going to be in some serious trouble as he gets pounced on, held in play. Smokescreen is the addition there as Mind Control unable to get off the Slithering Crush, and JerAx very close to that Tier 1 tower, getting information on potential rotation of the Night Stalker.
Doesn't catch those two supports sitting behind.
But I will see them the moment they go for this pounce, but it might be a little bit too slow for maybe to be able to get out. They lead with the Void, be able to follow up with the Silence. Maybe, though, does have that reactive armor, plus the supports come into play. It's not quite enough, though. He does end up going down, and MM1 may not be expecting a fast rotation like this one. The smoke is going to pop from JerAx, but he may still be able to get the lasso. He's actually out of mana. Slithering Crush goes down, and now it's up to MMY to be able to lead with the telekinesis, follow up, tosses him back, should be able to hit the pounce. Mind Control hoping to be able to juke it out, but they are patient. LGD hold on to it. Just knowing that the Slardar will burn out inside the flames. And
aside from the Blink Slardar sitting at level 50, so it is very high priority that they protect.
Another TP in. They're going to have the lifestealer try and save Fata, and they will be able to bail him out. In fact, they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Batrider. Searching for more, but the rest of LGD should still be safe. They can try and pressure this Tier 1 tower, but unlikely. Maybe he's going to be able to stand by place. Is unlikely to get scouted, and he can really get some deep ones. That has been hindering the movement. They will be able to scout him out, though. The counter ward being laid out, unable to get off a smoke screen, it seems, as the Void comes through. That small little mini stun stopping his play. And they will now take that Tier 1 tower. Great read there.
Under the guise of invisibility, will not be seen by that Observer ward, and Sep may be in for a rude surprise.
Smoke screen is one of the best ways to be able to ensure a kill onto a lifestealer, and you see it in play here. The instant silence, no opportunity to be able to respond. Now they're actually going to go for the support in the background. They want to be able to blow up JerAx, at least force that false promise onto himself. Liquid are split. They're going to go for the support. He managed to get off the false promise, goes for the immediate TP out, and now the game we play, maybe, is going to be able to come in with the extra nukes. He's going to try and pop some of these heroes of Liquid, but they're too damn tanky, and they're just going to be able to focus down Aggressif immediately. They're taking a lot of AoE damage in the process, though. Maybe might just be able to clean this whole entire fight up with his teammates as Fata is forced to fight this one out. Gets the Dragon Tail onto maybe, continues to get some damage. Slithering Crush comes in. Mind Control can't stop the fight, though. JerAx controls MATUMBAMAN, pulls him away. 3 loss from LGD. The rest will escape. Liquid, thanks to the Invest Bomb, will be
are kind of hunting for JerAx over here.
They get the instant smoke screen. JerAx won't even have the opportunity for a false promise. There goes the silence. Burst damage, not enough. He managed to get off the false promise. Now the turnaround. Another Invest Bomb. Aggressive. He gets the ultimate off, but he's getting body blocked up. Won't be able to get the pounce away. Liquid, who's pouncing who? There from JerAx. Just needs a little bit more. The heals are going to come through, though. Kuroky actually pops the Void, but now we have all the Purifying Flames. He'll come into play. Aggressive, though, has been scared away by the rest of Liquid. Now they have the initiation, but the Batrider gets popped. Couldn't even pull MATUMBAMAN. Maybe he's going to be up next. The Chakram not doing enough work, or maybe he does. He gets the Night Stalker, turns it around, gets it too. Can he get away, though? Fata just one-shots him with a Shadow Blade amplified damage. The physical damage manages to rip the Timber Saw asunder, and now they're going to be able to get more. September not able to make it out. They get the Courier and the Little Dog too. Riki goes and back away from that bottom lane as needed. Runs through the counter ward, Observer ward combination. Now the Riki sacrifice just like that. And Liquid
Fate's Edict on him immediately, and he had a rage after he was lassoed down to the low ground, and that will be, what, 5 heroes gross in ages.
Yeah, you could just see that persist to fight.
And they've instilled a lot of fear into Liquid.
Liquid, perhaps part of their plan here. They're going to jump forward, manage to jump on him, maybe see if they can burst him down with the amplified damage, and they almost get him. Yule Scepter goes off. They actually stop that one. They will be able to get the suicide, though. Thanks to that Yule 7, they're going to be able to grab JerAx's teams. False Promise goes for maybe a TP out. He's held in, find a smoke screen, slowed down enough that the rest of the LGD will start coming through. Maybe makes his big entrance as he comes back into play, hoping to be able to refresh those Bloodstone charges on JerAx, and Kuro, as he runs on through, is going to give another one to maybe.
And it's just sticking around there way too long. They desperately want to hold on to their T1 tower, but they just do not have the firepower at this point, and they needed their side lanes put out.
Courier picked off. MATUMBAMAN is going to be caught as well. JerAx is able to get the lasso. His rage is going to wear out, and as soon as that's done, nice slithering crush, but the telekinesis there, keeping MATUMBAMAN in place. LGD, you give them 1
seconds. I don't think Liquid can wait that long, though.
Liquid's going to stay on the high ground here, but the whole wraparound from LGD may be able to catch them out. They're going to make the initiation. Pops MMY immediately. No play from him here in this fight, but they already get off the False Promise as well, stopping that lasso. They kill the Oracle, but is it going to be worth it? It's now the 3 cores of Liquid still looking healthy. They turn on to Aggressif, hoping to be able to force out that Aegis. Instead, they realize, let's just kill maybe with the amplified damage on him instead. That's going to be the play. Riki jumps over to the Slark, hoping to be able to make this great escape here, but they're focusing on Aggressif, and they're taking him out too. They manage to find Sepp as he moves to the left-hand side, but Mind Control knows better. They get him, keep the gem.
Pretty early on in the fight.
Right.
If Rubik dies, LGD will lose the fight. If Oracle dies before False Promise,
and they jump in immediately with the Silver Edge. They might be able to pop Fata before they actually have JerAx be able to get the False Promise. They Fata a little bit more time, and he got it. Just in time, BKB goes off, and they now fight away. Fata knows he's definitely dead once this is done for, so he's just going to try and get as much damage on the Slark as possible, and it might just be enough. It is indeed a 3-man crush from Mind Control. Keep on going. They look for more, but LGD get the last 2.
Kill doesn't know if any of those gem bears are behind him.
So dangerous. He really thinks he can just get JerAx alone. Well, he might just be able to lead with the pounce. False Promise does go down, TP out, sticks around a bit too long, and now the pop out. Oh God, aggressive, too aggressive. At lane, but they know this amp damage allows them to be able to clear through Roshan too quickly. TP in, Dragonite going to come in with his Shadow Blade active. This fight, you got to take it now. As LGD, so Aggressif moves forward, tries to get the scout out, but he does get crushed up, almost gets taken out, but managed to get the Dark Pact off, and now into his ultimate. Starts right-clicking onto MATUMBAMAN. MATUMBAMAN doesn't care one bit. He's going to go for the Bat Rider, and now LGD realize they have to bail. It's going to be Aggressif, trying to flee as he's got the Silver Edge in a few more seconds. Dark Pact, oh, just barely outside of the crush. Now runs himself away. The Infest Bomb's not going to be able to find him. They do at least get the Void onto MMY, stopping his TP away. Will be able to get that kill, but they're still chasing Aggressif. Not going to be good enough, though. The crush does manage to get off that slithering crush. Liquid was at 25 minutes, so that Aegis time, we're talking about like maybe not fighting into them, but the initiation advantage was too great from Liquid, and you can see it again. They're going to be able to find Aggressif. Holy cow.
Potentially last into the T4s. Right. There is a 4-step on Rubik, so they can get the double 4-step into the T4s.
Slardar is going to jump forward with his 4-staff. Blink goes straight for JerAx, stopping the initiation in his tracks. But LGD, they get a counter 4-staff. They are able to get that hero away. Now MATUMBAMAN is forced to fight up against the Slark underneath that ultimate, plus the Chakra. MATUMBAMAN already down to half HP. Shiva's going to slow him down as well, but he managed to get the Abyss of Blade back, locking down Aggressif, and he's down. He bought back, and that's a dieback now as LGD struggled to just use maybe to push Liquid back. Oh, jump in. They managed to get JerAx, but an immediate False Promise going to stop that one. They didn't even need the ult of JerAx during that last start of the fight. There's no reason not to at this point. They may even try and keep on going for the bottom lane of Rax. They're all looking pretty damn healthy. Some of their ults are down, such as the Dragon form. But MATUMBAMAN, he's okay with sitting on the front lines. Managed to get the bash onto maybe. Follow-up Slithering Crush. Another bash in play, but the 4-staff are saving grace here for maybe. Now they can turn onto Kuro. Another 4-staff play, this time from Liquid. Gets Kuro out of the danger zone. Infest up. JerAx blinks forward with his BKB activated. Managed to get the Infest. Jump on a September. Will be able to almost pop him as the Cloak and Dagger managed to get him away with Blink Strike, but JerAx not quite as lucky. Gem on the deck. Maybe trying to get run away through the trees. MATUMBAMAN keeps him locked on. They take the tier 3 tower at bottom. Fata focusing on objectives. MATUMBAMAN, meanwhile, the big meat shield on the front lines that maybe just can't seem to beat on through. Fata now healthy enough, jumps himself forward, doesn't go for the Dragon Tail just yet. And now fight start turning this net worth advantage.
Yeah, before
around.
Maybe they could have gotten a lift on Slardar as he was blinking in, but now that he is BKB, there's very little hope for LGD.
Which is tries to slow him down there with the smoke cloud, but It's not going to be much. They really need a harder initiation now. Maybe he's going to be caught in the Dragon's Tail, and Mind Control doesn't even go for him. He goes to the back line, stopping Zhao Wei. Now the buyback. And Liquid immediately managed to get out there. They get the Infest back into the Slaughter. They're going to turn, try and kill Zhao Wei again underneath that one. Oh my goodness, he thought he could lasso away, and the fight continues. Aggressive actually getting a lot of damage now. Onto Fata with the amplified damage stolen away by MMY. Useful, but not useful enough it seems. 80 seconds down, and LGD call it just like that. Liquid on a tear through the lower bracket. Haven't dropped a game yet since they're knocked down by MVP. And they're supposed to be facing the tougher team as LGD had just beat MVP too, but it seems like they've really hit their stride now, dominating LGD even after a tough break around the Roshan pit.
Moo mentioned Lifestealer's ridiculous win rate coming into this game. They seem to have a lot of counters. Anti-BKB from the Fat Rider, the Smoke Swing from the Riki, Timbersaw, who's supposed to be really good, and Slark, Rubik with a low cast point. Like, all 5 of these heroes are theoretically decent versus Lifestealer, but Liquid made it look easy.